Hi guys, Chris and PJ here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Happy Thursday.
It feels like a Monday, PJ.
It does feel like a Monday.
I'm driving to work this morning. I'm like, oh, this is a nice looking Monday. I'm like, it's not even Monday. It's Thursday. So that means it's Mailbag Thursday instead of Mailbag Monday.
Traffic is a lot less this week because of everybody still out for a holiday
It's
week.
so nice. Wherever you're at visiting, stay there a while. Yeah, we're able to get to work just fine. And you can see below 70 here in Florida today. What is it?
66, Chris.
66, that's 4 below. Thanks to everybody who sent your questions in on this. Corvette Dream giveaway ended, of course, 2 nights ago, December 31st at midnight, and we will know who won both of those Rapid Blue Beauties that are now all the way over there in the corner.
Oh, putting them in the corner, Chris.
Put them in the corner. On January 10th, we'll know who won those. So keep those fingers crossed. If you haven't got your entries,
January 9th.
January 9th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a Thursday.
That's 1 week from today.
1 week from today, we'll know who won that. And 1 week from today plus 1 day, in other words, the 10th, we'll be right here on stage where the Porsche will be given away to the winner from the great state of Washington.
Yeah, coming all the way.
Cool stuff. So next giveaway to end will be the Shelbys. That's why they're behind me. And they've been over there stuck in the corner too. So we'll be having a whole lot of fun with the Shelbys over the next 3 weeks until this giveaway ends in, I don't know. What day? Do we know? End of the month ish. Kathy will tell you.
That's right.
So mailbag Thursday, not Monday. Cindy and Jerry Walls. You guys are so great. You always send in your questions. Is a Bandit TA the biggest show car ever given away?
Oh, this is right up your alley, Chris.
Yeah, it's not. It's not even close. So, most of the time the double giveaways would be considered bigger. But if we just do single car giveaways, what would have been bigger than the Bandit?
The Judge, maybe?
You know what? The 69 Ram Air 3 GTO convertible was bigger than the Bandit. There have been other ones as well, but that's one example. And they wish we could find another one, meaning another Bandit TA. Don't worry, we've got all those great ideas too, and we hope that we can do another Bandit TA for you guys someday. There you have it. Danny Socha would like to know, classic or modern day muscle? I don't know.
I got to go with classic.
You got to go with classic.
Yeah.
To me, I'm back and forth on it. I really am. And I love old school Cool and the Mustang and the GTO and the Plum Crazies are our newest classic Mopars. In fact, we won't do it yet. But at some point, we're going to walk on down there and let you see everything now in Classic Car Row. So what's your favorite classic, PJ?
Got to be those Corvettes.
Got to be the Corvette.
The 63-ish.
And what's your favorite modern day muscle?
Ooh, could we call the Tesla a muscle car?
No, it's a performance car, but not a muscle car.
I'm going to go with Cadillac.
Cadillac, modern day muscle. I'm probably going to agree with you on that one. And classic for me, LS6 Chevelle. all the way. That one's not too hard, but I got to tell you, those Mopars and those Skittle colors are looking so sweet.
We'll have to put another bracket voting for all the classic.
We should have to do that.
What's going on.
That's right. Here's a kooky question, Robert. No offense. Hopefully it never happens, but what do you do if somebody wins but dies before they make the trip to claim their prize?
Well, we obviously hope that never happens, but...
And if it happens, we hope the PJ's in the will.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
kidding.
To your estate.
It'll go to the estate. That's correct. It's never happened, and we hope that it never happens. Now, probably the corollary question to that is, what if somebody wins, and after they've won and they've already taken the vehicle they passed? And that has happened, sure, because we've been giving away cars since 2008, and it's just logic that, some people have passed in those 16, 17 years. So at that point, it's up to, again, their wishes as directed in their will and how their estate and their probate are handled. But we only hear about that stuff once in a while. And it would be nice if they gave them to PJ. But it's not going to happen.
That's correct. We can't take these cars.
We can't take these cars. Jesus would like to know, have you ever considered offering a duo package featuring the Dodge Charger Daytona SRT Banshee? That's a long name. And the Dodge Charger Hellcat. So what Jesus is talking about here is that brand new 2025 electric powered Dodge Charger. It looks like a 68, but it's modern. It's not a four-door like the Chargers that have been around since, what, 2008? And then pairing that with a, I would say a brand new, but the last call Hellcats are now coming on 2 years old. So would we pair that up? And Jesus says the pairing would combine electrified muscle car innovation and incredible horsepower alongside classic Hemi V8 power. I've got to wait until those Banshees are on the ground. And I've got to tell you, though, we've got that Tesla, 1,020 horsepower. It's over there next to the Ford truck. It's the quickest car in the garage, but it is not the most favorite car in the garage. So we're going to think long and hard before we bring you an electric Dodge vehicle. But we talk about it. You're going to have to wait and see.
Speaking of Jesus, he also chimed in, Shelby ends in 21 days and ends on January 23rd. So.
Thank you so much on that. 21 days, January 23rd. Got it. Okay, let's walk over to the Mustang. Should the 65 Mustang have a piece of aluminum on the hood below the word Ford?
A piece of aluminum?
I don't think so. And I'm waiting for a call from my favorite Mustang historian, Donald Farr. He wrote the book, 50 Years of Mustang History. So what the person is asking is, should there be a piece of aluminum here? I don't think so. And we had a 65 Mustang TV commercial we were going to have you guys look at and see if you can see a piece of aluminum trim here in that vintage TV commercial, and we'll show that to you next time. So I will get you the answer for that, but I think this is correct. This car is so correct in other ways. I don't think that they would have missed a piece of aluminum trim here.
S. Mattel says, hey, fire up the K code.
Fire up the K code. Yeah, fire up is tomorrow. We'll fire up something tomorrow on that. And Jeff Hanwork, he's been very patient, PJ, and he would like to know, how does the factory alarm work on the 70 Classic Vet? Before we walk all the way over there, let's start at the 1970 AR Cuda and show Classic Car Row. We've got a new row here for you guys to see.
This unbelievable
Cuda. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I keep calling it Sublime because I know the Dodge color names better than the Plymouth color names. Limelight here on this, Hemi Orange on Dodge, but of course Vitamin C on the Plymouth side. Both of these to one winner. If you guys haven't seen this pair, this is our latest and greatest giveaway, and might just be our coolest Mopar giveaway ever. That's up to you to decide.
I think you're right on.
Yeah.
I'm all for that one.
Okay, then we got the pair of Camaros.
Not the pair of Camaros.
Oh, sorry, pair of Super Chevys. Where am I at today? First day back. The Super Chevys, the Camaro and the Chevelle.
Yeah.
Next to that,
that's your favorite Chevelle.
Right, love that Chevelle. 1970 Corvette. That's the one we're going to take a look at. So,
what's the
factory alarm?
Wait, so the question is about a factory alarm. Now, this is 1970, Chris.
Correct.
Didn't this factory alarm stuff come out in the 80s and annoy everybody?
No, even earlier than that. In fact, I know that 69 had it. I don't think the mid-years had it. So I don't know if 68 it was available or if 69 was the first year of it.
So you're saying there's a car alarm on
There's a car alarm on here. We're going to find out if it works. So
I'm sure it doesn't have a key fob, right?
No key fob, no Bluetooth. Now here's the thing, we don't have to lock the doors. It's not kind of keyed in, no pun intended, to whether the doors are locked or not locked. And if you look back here, this could be kind of a...
Chris, why are you taking a key in the back of the car?
Well, not to open the trunk, PJ, because there is no trunk. But if you look there, what's it look like? It looks like a trunk key cylinder.
Well, Chris, there's no trunk to this car. There's no separations here.
That's correct. There's no trunk. So that has to serve a purpose for something. So what we're going to do is, if there were a trunk there, we would use the round key. So we're going to go with that. We'll go with the round key. We're going to put it in there. And then we're going to turn that 90 degrees. Just like that. Now, PJ, pick a door. Pick a door, any door.
I'll pick this door
Yeah,
here.
like a game show. Pick a door,
So what am I
PJ.
doing, opening the door?
Open the door.
All right.
What? What's that?
What?
That's a factory alarm. Now, if I want to turn the factory alarm off, all I do is do that.
Ah,
And if I want to turn it back on, takes a second
because the door is open.
because the door's open.
Ah.
And I shut it.
Wow, that is pretty impressive. I
That
didn't
is
realize
impressive.
a 1970.
On a 1970 Corvette. Okay, anybody else have questions for our Mailbag Thursday?
Yeah, let's see here. Secret wants to know, how do you pick the winners? A computer?
Well, PJ, you were involved in that process somewhat, or at least you kind of are one of the people who witness it, right?
Yeah, we only witness it.
We only witness it.
We
That's
have
what I
an
meant.
independent auditing firm that selects by computer, like you say, a random number between all of the active ticket numbers in there. So if there's 1 through 300 and it says pick a number and it says 276, if you've got that number, then you're the winner. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Just a random number. I get to watch them do it, but I don't get to participate in any way when it comes to selections.
And that's all they pull is a number. They don't look at your name, your location, your how many times you've entered, your donation level, none of that. All they do is pull a random number.
Right. And all we care about is they tell us who won, because this way here we can stick their name up on
Right.
the rafters, and they can also put their location in, our pin in the back room there in the conference room.
And special shout out to our guests from Iowa today who came on over, and they noticed that nobody from Iowa has won yet.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that they have a shot, and of course they have a shot because they're entered to win. They love their Chevelle, by the way. So thanks for visiting us today, guys.
Jesus wants to know, Chris and PJ, what's your favorite car in the garage? His is the Cuda.
All of them.
You're
Yeah, you know
gonna
what?
go with this one, right?
I've got to go with the
here.
Chevelle, but I keep looking at that AR Cuda. That AR Cuda is a really nice car.
I'm gonna go with
And
the.
so is the Beep Beep Roadrunner.
Yeah, those are pretty impressive. But again, that blue Corvette, 63.
But it won't be here for long,
Oh,
PJ.
I know.
Because on January 9th, we're going to know who won. And then hopefully by the first week of February, we'll have an awards ceremony for that.
As Mattel says, okay, I'm going to have to enter now on that red on red after seeing the alarm.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't know how the alarm worked. I had to go watch a video and figure it out. And it was kind of fun to do it for the first time there on a 70 Corvette. You could have gotten that factory alarm, I believe, all the way until the early 80s, all the way through the end of the C3. And then I think on the C4, I think they changed it around.
Well, Jerry says, my 71 had a factory alarm. It was a small horn found over the left rear tire. It's pretty much similar, I'm sure.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's see here. Michael wants to know, how many 70s are in the garage?
Oh, there's a good question. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3. Am I missing any?
Well, me.
Yeah, and PJ, 4. We've got 4 70s in the garage.
1970.
How many 69s do we have? We've got the Hearst Olds, we've got the Camaro, we've got the Roadrunner Beep Beep. That's 3. Okay. How many 65s do we have? 1.
Hey, that's right. Kathy says, did we get to Dean Johnson's question, does the LS6 have any documentation?
It does. Thanks for mentioning that, Kathy. And I'm glad that I'm standing right next to it, right here. Oh, my. I'm going to put the questions here.
What do you got here, Chris?
This appears to be a photocopy of the original bill of sale. Look at the price here. Bought on January 23rd of 1970 for a whopping $3,901.65 with the options listed there, the VIN listed. Plus, there's a whole bunch of other paperwork that comes with the car as well. So yes, there is some paperwork with the
Adjusted
car.
for inflation, it's only like 30 grand. I mean, that doesn't.
That's
seem like,
correct.
And cars like today, I mean, you'd be spending $80,000, $90,000 for this.
Well, here's the thing, all the technology now in the cars, that's what's driving up the price and profit margins, right? So once you start adding in anti-lock brakes and airbags, Don't forget how expensive cup holders are in new cars these days. It just gets more expensive, more expensive. Air conditioning, this car didn't have air conditioning. XM radio, all the accoutrements that you now expect in a modern car have really jacked those prices up much more than, what do they call it, the CPI? Consumer Price Index.
Well, do they last as long as they do nowadays?
They last much longer now, especially engines. So if you think about it, back in the day, like when the Ford Mustang came out, the engine warranty was 90 days or 3,000 miles.
I wouldn't even think about buying a car with a 90-day warranty on it.
That's what new car warranties were. And then it was a big deal when they finally went to 12-month, 12,000 miles. And then 3 years, 36,000, 5 years, 50,000, so on and so forth. When Hyundai came out with the 10 years, 100,000 mile warranty, it was a game changer. It said that engine's going to last for that long. And so we're seeing that in the car market as well, is that people are no longer trading in their cars year after year. One, the new models don't look any different than the old models. And then two, you just can't afford to. You'd have such negative equity. So most people now are holding on to cars for a decade. And back in the day, every 1 year, every 3 years, right?
What about a 20-year-old car?
Well, that's a specialty car. That's something entirely different. Well, good. We had fun doing Mailbag Thursday today. Couple more?
Yeah, here. Let's see. Icebreaker wants to know, when will the new Corvettes come out for the 2026 giveaway?
In the 2025?
It'll be end of 2025, but yeah, it'll be drawn in 26, yeah.
Correct. So that will be February 1st. We'll have a new pair of Corvettes for the Corvette giveaway.
Henderson says, I'm so excited about the plumbing crazies are going to be in February.
Correct. That's coming up too, after the Shelby's Plum Crazies are next. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I think so. And then I think the classic Fords are after that.
Yeah.
Kathy, am I right?
Michael says the next one we need is a tricked out van.
Shag carpet.
Scooby-Doo kind of thing are we talking about?
Mural on the side. I'll tell you. It sounds cool, but I think and we've talked about this before, the general audience would much rather have a Camaro, a Chevelle, a Roadrunner than a 70s van. And so we got to pick the prizes that are going to appeal to the widest group of people. So I don't think that we're going to be doing a 70s van, but we laugh about it and joke about it. And every once in a while we'll pick out some shag carpet, but that's about as far as it goes.
Secret says, hey, can you pick me up at the airport or do I have to hitchhike there? We'll pick you up if you want.
Yeah, please don't hitchhike in Florida.
Cindy says, you guys are awesome. Appreciate that.
Thank you. You're awesome.
Randy says, if the winner decides to take the cash instead of the vehicle, what percentage of the prize amount is the reward? I'm guessing it's maybe the
alternate cash prize?
Yeah, I think the calculation.
It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. And again, if someone takes the cash alternative, then the vehicles are sold to reimburse the charity for the prize value.
Right. The charity has to come up with that amount, and then they have to recoup that later.
Correct. That's how it works. Guys, that's enough for today. Send your questions for next week because it'll only be Monday. If we have enough, we'll do it next Monday. If not, the Monday after that. We'll see you next time. More great fun, more great action, more great grand prizes. It only happens right here in our ultimate favorite place on earth, the Dream Giveaway Garage.